Activists against the monarchy and King Charles have staged the first ever protest inside Buckingham Palace. The group of local campaigners from different parts of the UK visited the famous landmark just after midday as tourists. They then stood, before standing in the Grand Hall wearing T-shirts that spelled out "Not My King." Footage of the stunt was posted online and showed them taking off their jackets. A female member of staff can then be heard shouting, "Hey guys! What is this? What are we doing?" Speaking for Republic, Graham Smith said today, "This is a first, an anti-monarchy protest inside Buckingham Palace. A fantastic statement of intent. Citizens standing up in the home of the monarchy to declare their opposition to hereditary power." Charles is not an untouchable monarch. He is not immune to criticism and doesn't enjoy the deference that protected the monarchy while his mother was on the throne. "I am proud of our local activists who came together today to take this stand. Our local campaigns are expanding rapidly, with more than 30 now active around the UK. Republic will continue to protest against the monarchy up and down the country, with the next protest set for the state opening of Parliament on November 7. The protesters were able to get into the famous building as ticket-paying members of the public. Up until its closure starting tomorrow for the winter, tourists can pay £30 to £33 to see the palace's state rooms, including the monarch's throne room and the grand staircase, which is where the protesters staged the stunt. They simply revealed their T-shirts once they got inside and posed for the group picture. The stunt has seen both support and criticism on X, formerly Twitter, with many users sending rounds of applaud emojis to the protesters. Meanwhile, others joked how the man wearing the T-shirt is in the wrong place and there is no gap before the final word, meaning the stunt reads "No TMYKING." On person quipped, "Couldn't even do that properly after all that effort." Another said, "Why is this fantastic? You clearly booked a tour to Buckhouse and then wore your T-shirts. Not very fantastic. Just makes you look silly. Must try harder." A spokesperson for Buckingham Palace said they do not comment on security matters. Republic want to see the monarchy abolished and the king replaced with an elected, democratic head of state. In place of King Charles, they want someone chosen by the people. In the run-up to the king's coronation, the group staged a series of "Not My King" protests. Around 6 protesters were arrested, sparking outrage among anti-monarchists who threatened Scotland Yard with legal action when no charges were brought. Republic's megaphone-wielding chief executive Graham Smith was among those arrested, and police also seized multiple lock-on devices and hundreds of posters. New legislation passed meant protesters who have an object with the intention of using it to lock on are liable to a fine, with those who block roads facing 12 months in prison. In the days following the protest, Scotland Yard expressed regret over the arrests while Mr. Smith demanded a full inquiry into who authorised the arrests that prevented the group expressing their dissent during the disgraceful episode. The Metropolitan Police issued a lengthy defense as it confirmed Mr. Smith and 5 others were told they were to face no further action after being arrested on May 8 and bailed. Charles and Queen Camilla are believed to be currently in Balmoral after returning from France yesterday. The King waved to the crowd at the top as they boarded the royal plane at Bordeaux-Marignac Airport to depart for the UK. Their Majesties ended their 3-day French state visit in southwest France where September showers failed to dampen their spirits. The King enjoyed a livener or two as he toured a chaotic festival after taking a ride on an electric tram. He was persuaded to have a nip of whiskey, made from his own barley, as he went round the stalls in Bordeaux's main square. Moments later he went into another tent where he was talked into trying some organically made red wine. He also chose a piece of cheese to be wrapped up for him, saying he could not leave without having some local fromage. He and the Queen also arrived at the Place de la Bourse by electric tram after leaving a reception on board the frigate Iron Duke. Meanwhile, Prince Andrew appeared in high spirits as he enjoyed a quiet horse ride around the grounds of Windsor Castle today. The Duke of York, 63, was only accompanied by a groom for his typical Saturday morning outing, which his brother Prince Edward sometimes joins. Andrew and his riding companion chatted animatedly throughout the jaunt, with the father of 2 seen smiling widely in a purple crewneck jumper and riding jodhpurs.